The knock was sharp. A servant handed over a sealed note. Sir Reginald broke the seal fast. His face hardened. He read in silence. He folded the paper. He slid it into his pocket. His hand pressed it down. "Nothing important," he said. Hester watched closely. She caught the broken wax. It was black, not the house seal. Her brow creased. "Uncle, may I?" she asked. "Number." His voice cut. He turned away. The note stayed hidden. John Brent shifted. His eyes caught the drawer. The desk drawer half open, empty, then closed by Reginald's hand. John said nothing. His jaw tightened. Miss Marple sat still. She knitted. Her needles clicked. Her ears stayed open. Voices overlapped. Lady Bantry spoke of breakfast. Dr. Lyle coughed. Theo fussed with his glasses. But Reginald remained tense. His hand never left the pocket. Hester tried again. "Uncle, is it news?" "Not for you," he said. Mrs. Forrester sipped her tea. Her eyes dropped fast. Silence followed. Miss Marple looked up, her eyes fixed on Reginald. "Confidential business?" she asked gently. Reginald gave no answer. He tapped the table. He rose. He walked to the fire, still holding the pocket. John's glance followed him. The drawer remained shut. The group shifted. Theo muttered about timing. "Doctor," Lyle said. "The day begins." Hester pressed her lips tight. Her gaze clung to the coat. Marple spoke low to Dolly. "He guards the paper," she said. Dolly frowned. "Important?" "Important enough," Marple replied. The moment stretched. Reginald turned back. "Let us proceed," he said. His tone was hard. Breakfast waited. Plates clattered. No one asked more. But eyes followed him. The pocket sagged. The drawer stayed closed. The seal mark lingered in memory. Black wax. Unfamiliar. Miss Marple noted it. She stored the thought. The sound of footsteps echoed. A sudden ring shook the air. The bell. Everyone looked up. A second note slid under the door. The paper lay flat. Same hand. Same. Ink. The words cut deep. Exposure will come. The bell marks it. Debt must be paid. Silence froze the table. Lady Bantry leaned close. She lifted the page. Her eyes scanned fast. She read once. She read no more. Her lips pressed tight. "Ugly words," she said. No one replied. Theo reached forward. He tapped the margin. "Time is clear," he said. "Tonight, before service." His finger underlined. Before the last chime. The room stiffened. Dr. Lyle coughed once. He cleared his throat again. His face showed strain. "Who writes this?" he asked. His hand shook faintly. He set down his glass. Sir Reginald did not blink. He snapped his fingers. "Enough of this." He seized the paper. He folded it sharp. He thrust it in his coat. "No more talk," he said. "This house is mine." Hester opened her mouth. He cut her off. Not a word. She sank back. John's eyes burned. He half rose. Marple spoke calm. "The bell is named." Reginald turned on her, meaningless. Her needles clicked. She did not press. Dolly shook her head. "This is wicked," she said. Reginald waved her off. "Superstition, childish tricks." Theo looked pale. Still the timing. "Silence," Reginald barked. Dr. Lyle wiped his brow. He did not argue. "Mrs." Forrester sat still, her gaze fixed low. No one else moved. The paper remained hidden. The warning hung in air. "The bell. The debt," the words echoed. Marple whispered to Dolly. "They strike for fear," Dolly whispered back. "And they succeed." Reginald slammed his hand. Not another syllable. He stared at each face. His jaw locked. His order stood. Silence spread again. The only sound, ticking clock. The hands crept forward. The air thickened. The next moment broke hard. The clock struck. 1, 2, 3. Chimes filled the room. A scream tore out. The drawer gaped. The first note was gone. Only the wood inside showed. No paper, no fold, yet no hand had touched it. The lock sat firm. The brass shone unbroken. No scratches, no pry marks. The key lay safe. Miss Marple lifted it. She turned it once. The lock clicked neat. "Untouched," she whispered. Reginald frowned. "It was secure," he said. "Then who opened it?" Dolly asked. No answer came. Hester stared at the floor. Her hands tightened. Her lips stayed closed. John's jaw flexed. He swallowed a word. His eyes stayed on Reginald. Reginald turned away. Theo muttered at the corner. "Gone. Too clean. Too fast." Marple slipped the key back. She studied each face. Her eyes lingered on Hester. Hester shifted. She gripped her skirt. She looked anywhere but at Marple. "Speak, child." Reginald barked. "I have nothing," Hester replied. Her tone was thin. Marple's needles paused. "You saw the seal," she said. Hester's head shook. "No proof." John leaned forward. "She saw something." Hester cut him off. "Leave it." The table stiffened. Mrs. Forrester coughed. Dr. Lyle dabbed his brow. Theo adjusted his glasses. Marple placed her knitting aside. Her hand brushed the desk. Her fingers slid along the edge. Something caught. Not wood. A faint trace. She pulled back her hand. Nothing visible yet. But her mind clicked. "The first note moved," she said. "By who?" Slack demanded. "By someone inside this room." Reginald barked laughter. "Impossible." "Then explain the empty drawer," Marple said. He had no reply. Silence pressed again. The second note lay still on the table. The first note had vanished. 2 threats now, and 1 thief. Hester's hand trembled. John clenched his fists. Dolly whispered, "This grows worse." Marple's hand brushed her glove. A faint line clung there. Black. Thin. A thread. It stuck fast. The word bell returned. Theo raised his hand. "There is one," he said. "A service bell. Old. Still wired." Reginald frowned. "Explain." Theo leaned forward. "It links the side rooms. Drawing room. Study. Servants' hall. All joined." Hester stiffened. John glanced at her. Marple's eyes narrowed. "Where are the lines?" she asked. Theo gestured with a finger. "Along the wall. Up through the frame, they meet near the stair." Marple nodded slow. She pulled a notepad. She drew short strokes. A rough plan. Lines from each room. They met at one square. The bell box. Slack entered with a stomp. "What now?" He saw the sketch. "Childish scribble," he said. Marple stayed calm. "It shows paths." Slack snorted. "Waste of time." Reginald cut in. "She is right, but I need no help." He waved the others off. "This is my house." Hester's face went pale. John muttered under breath. Marple tapped her paper. "Control rests here," she said. Her finger on the bell square. Theo nodded fast. "Yes, pull any cord, it rings here." Dr. Lyle rubbed his chin. "Then the threats use the bell." Slack sighed loud. "Nonsense. Just pranks." Marple shook her head. "Not pranks. Precision." Reginald slammed his fist. "Enough. I will not be toyed with." Hester spoke faint. "Uncle, listen." He cut her off. "Quiet. You know nothing." Mrs. Forrester coughed. Her hand trembled. Her lips looked drained. Lyle noticed. "You are unwell," he said. She shook her head fast. "I am fine." Her eyes darted to Reginald, then back down. Marple folded her sketch. She slipped it away. Slack crossed his arms. "This is folly," he said. "Bell or no bell, the threats are childish." Theo shook his head. "They warned true," he said. "They marked time. They marked debt." Marple watched him close. His hands shook. His glasses slipped. She said nothing. The room held still. Reginald sneered. "I fear no bell, no note, no enemy." His words cut the air. Then it happened. The bell rang. No hand touched it. The sound cracked sharp. Everyone turned. The bell rang on its own. The bell buzzed again. Theo jumped up. He hurried to the braffenings. Bored. His hands shook. He pressed a switch. A bulb flickered. One red dot blinked weak. "Not normal," he muttered. Reginald scoffed. "Old wires," he said. Theo shook his head. "Number A bridge is here." He leaned closer. He tapped the casing. It gave a faint hum. Marple's eyes followed him. Her needles were still. "What do you mean?" she asked. Theo pointed sharp. "See, this one glows wrong. Someone joined two lines." Slack folded his arms. "Trickery," he said. Dr. Lial stepped near. He bent to look. He touched the edge. "Hot," he said. He showed his finger, a faint scorch mark, burned skin. Marple leaned in. She peered close. "Something inserted," she said. Her finger tapped foil. A small fold, wedged between screws. Silver glint. Theo gasped. "That is no part." Slack frowned. "Foil from Sweets?" Marple nodded once. "Yes. Pressed tight. Forces a join." Lial exhaled slow. "Dangerous work." Theo swallowed hard. "Someone planned it." Reginald waved a hand. "Child's play," he said. "Easily fixed." He reached forward, but Marple stopped him. "Do not touch," she warned. "Evidence matters." Slack leaned close. He sniffed. He shook his head. "Smells burnt, like sugar." Marple nodded again. "Chocolate foil," she said. Her eyes swept the room. John shifted uneasily. Hester stared down. Mrs. Forrester pressed her lips. Theo stepped back, his face pale. He wiped his glasses. Reginald reached down quick. His hand darted fast. He snatched the foil piece. He crumpled it tight. He stuffed it in his pocket. Slack barked. "Hand that over." "No," Reginald said. "My house, my board, my wires." He held the pocket firm. Marple's eyes fixed on him. She said nothing. The others watched. A hush spread. Then the board clicked. A faint pop. The bulbs blinked once. Theo gasped. The line fails. Before he finished, it happened. The lights cut out. The dark dropped fast. A whisper cut through. "Now." Feet scraped the floor. Steps shifted left. Another set rushed right. A latch clicked sharp. Metal on wood. Slack shouted loud. "Hold still, all of you." His voice struck hard. "Stay where you are." But no one obeyed. The dark gave cover. John's voice called out, "Hester, where are you?" Her cry followed quick. "Here, John, here." She reached but touched air. Theo muttered near. "I hear them move." Lyle barked back. "Quiet. Stop guessing." Slack cursed. "Silence all." But the shuffle grew. Fast, uneven, urgent. Hester cried again, "John, I cannot see." Her hand struck wood. John pushed closer. "Hold on." Their voices crossed. Confusion spread. Mrs. Forrester gasped. Her chair skidded. Theo bumped against her. The latch snapped shut. The sound echoed. Someone locked it. Slack roared, "Identify yourself." No one answered. Marple did not move. Her hands stayed still, her breath steady. She listened. Each step, each stumble. She caught rhythm. One heavy, one light, one close, one far. She marked them all. 2 sets, she thought. John's voice broke again. Answer me, Hester. Her voice cracked back. I am here. I cannot find you. Slack's boots stomped. He swung wide. Hold position, he barked. Lyle groaned. My foot. Someone stepped. Theo hissed. Watch out. Reginald's voice rose harsh. This ends now. Then silence. No voice. No call. The shuffle slowed. Only one sound grew. A drag. A scrape. Closer. Louder. Marple held still. She leaned an ear. She whispered soft. Listen. One waits. One strikes. Slack shouted again. Who is moving? No reply. The steps stopped. A breath hung. A pause. Then weight dropped. A heavy crash. A body struck down. The thud shook close. He groaned loud. Sir Reginald moved. His hand twitched. His eyes opened slow. Not dead, Slack said, but close. A bruise swelled fast. Dark, round, fresh. Not a foremark. No cuts. No. Scrape. Marple leaned in. Blunt tap, she said. Not a trip. Lyle checked quick. Skull intact. No fracture. Only shock. Theo muttered. Then someone struck him. Reginald blinked hard. He tried to rise. He slumped again. Who dares? He rasped. Slack held him down. Stay still. John crouched. He scanned the floor. No stone mark, he said. No stumble. No fall. His hand pointed. To the bell room. All heads turned. The door was ajar. The latch loose. Inside lay shelves. Empty space showed. One slot bare. Theo whispered. A tool is missing. Hester gasped. Which tool? A mallet, Theo said. Kept for repairs. It is gone. Marple tapped her chin. Used here. Taken fast. Slack swore. A weapon in this house. Mrs. Forrester spoke faint. Then one of us holds it. The group stiffened. John's voice cut sharp. Search us all. Reginald growled weak. No search. I command here. Twist fell then. Theo opened his hand. Inside lay a shard. Not wood, not metal, but foil, the same as before, crumpled small. Slack glared. Where did you find that? Theo stammered. By my shoe. I stepped on it. Marple's eyes narrowed. So the foil moves rooms, she said. Someone carries pieces, drops them. The others froze. It proved nothing yet, but it proved someone close. Reginald groaned again. His pocket bulged. Marple's eyes fixed there. Still hiding, she thought. Hester whispered to John. Why keep the notes? He answered low. To keep control. Lyle shook his head. This is madness. Silence pressed heavy. Then movement. The table creaked. Eyes turned quick. A paper lay flat, white, folded. Another note. The second note reappeared on the table. The note spoke plain. It listed habits. It named Reginald's walks. It named his meals. It named his reading chair. It named the hour he prayed. Slack frowned. Who could know all this? Marple answered calm. Someone inside. Someone watching. She turned the page. More words. Evening letters. Hidden drafts. Her eyes sharpened. She looked at Reginald. His face went red. There are none, he said. Marple asked. Drafts, sir? He barked. Private. John stepped forward. What drafts? Reginald snapped. Not for you. The room went tense. Marple's needles clicked once. She spoke quiet. If drafts are hidden, where? Hester's breath caught. Her eyes moved quick. They went to the bureau. She looked away at once. Marple saw it. Her glance did not miss. Hester? She asked. Why look there? Hester shook her head. No reason, but her cheeks flushed. Dolly whispered. She hides something. Mrs. Forrester shifted. Her hands clenched. Her gaze dropped down. She stared at the carpet, her lips pressed tight. Marple leaned closer. You know, she said. Mrs. Forrester stayed silent. Her silence spoke enough. Slack slammed his notebook. We open it now, he said. Reginald growled, weak. No one touches it. He tried to rise. Lial forced him down. You are not fit, he said. Reginald cursed under breath. John crossed to the bureau. He pulled the handle. It resisted once, then opened. Papers lay inside, neat piles, blank sheets, receipts, one bundle tied. But there was more. A corner showed. White, sealed, a third envelope. It waited inside the bureau. The seal looked wrong. Wax showed two tones. One layer red, one layer faint brown. Marple leaned close. The wax was lifted, she said. Slack bent over. Prove it. Marple touched the edge. There, a hairline crack. Thin, precise, not fresh, done with care. She scraped light. A fiber clung. Small, black. She held it up. Theo squinted. That is thread, he said. From fine silk. Delicate. Marple nodded. She set it down. Lyle stepped in. He sniffed the wax. He rubbed the edge. Residue here, he said. Adhesive mixed. Resealed once. More. Slack grunted. So someone read it. Marple answered calm. Yes. Then closed it. Slack turned sharp. Who? No one spoke. He slammed his book shut. Enough games. Confess. Silence stayed thick. Hester looked down. John glared at Reginald. Reginald clutched his coat. Forrester's hands twisted. Theo cleaned his glasses. Marple set the envelope flat. 2 times, she said. Opened. Resealed. Twice. Slack's voice grew harsh. One of you plays tricks. Say it now. No reply. Lyle's brow dampened. I tell you true. Wax and thread are not mine. Theo stammered. I only tested bells. Hester shook her head. I touched nothing. John clenched fists. I never opened it. Forrester whispered faint. I will not speak. Slack slammed the desk. His hand hit hard. You will speak. Someone here is guilty. No one broke. Marple lifted her eyes, her voice steady. The cracks show skill. The fiber shows craft. The reseal shows calm. This is not random. Reginald coughed weak. Letters are private, Marple replied sharp. Yet someone risked all to see them. Hester's lips trembled. Theo dropped his cloth. Lyle shifted uneasy. Slack glared round. Confession now. Still silence. The group stiff. Then a voice cut through. Soft. Cold. A quiet voice said, Check the bell wire. The board was opened. Theo pointed inside. Look here. The wire looked bare. The insulation was scraped. Not by age. By hand. Marple leaned in. A cut, she said. Slack pushed forward. What else? Theo tapped the join. A bypass sits neat. 2 screws linked. A foil strip bridged them. Silver pressed flat. Edges folded tight. Slack muttered low. Precise work. No slip. Lyle bent closer. He sniffed. It smells odd. Marple asked. Like what? Sweet, he said. Sugar, maybe. Marple nodded slow. Foil from chocolate. Theo swallowed hard. I gave out chocolates. Hester looked at him. Her eyes narrowed. Not all were eaten, she said. John cut in. Who kept the foil? No one spoke. Reginald coughed weak. His hand pressed his coat. Marple's eyes fixed there. She said nothing. Slack barked. Show your pocket. Reginald shook his head. My business. He turned aside. Dolly whispered to Marple. He hides it. Marple nodded. Yes. Her gaze did not leave him. Slack shoved his hand, but Reginald stepped back. Mine, he snapped. The house is mine. Theo stammered. The bypass was fresh. Done today. Lyle agreed. Yes. Still warm. Still sharp. Forrester spoke faint. Then someone planned long before. Marple tapped the desk. Number, not long. Quick. Clever. Her voice was calm. The foil came from Sweets. They were passed today. Theo gasped. Then the link is inside this room. Marple nodded. Always inside. Hester whispered. Who? No reply came. Eyes shifted round, hands clenched, faces stiff. But one pocket bulged. One wrapper stayed hidden. Marple's needles clicked once. Her words cut. He staged part of this. Reginald spoke first. I planned this. The room froze. Slack stepped forward. What did you plan? Reginald's eyes narrowed. I baited the blackmailer. He tapped his coat. The notes were copies. Marple asked. And the bell? Reginald smirked weak. I rigged it. I wanted fear. A stumble. A slip. Theo gasped. You tampered yourself? Yes, Reginald said. I set the board. I forced the wires. A scare only. No harm meant. Lyle shook his head. Madness. Sparks alone could kill. Reginald coughed. I wanted a confession. The guilty would break. They always do. John clenched his fists. You risked us all. Reginald waved him off. It was my house, my rules. Marple leaned close. But you fell, she said. Someone struck you. Reginald's smirk faded. His hand touched his bruise. Not the wire, not the fall, a hand. Slack barked. Then who? Reginald looked round. He said nothing more. Dolly whispered. So it was a trap inside a trap. Marple nodded. Yes. He planned exposure, but someone else planned silence. Theo muttered. Double games. That explains all. Lyle added. He wanted a stumble, but someone wanted his head cracked. Hester's lips parted. Who would strike him? Forrester spoke faint. Anyone pressed by his threats. Marple fixed her eyes. Pressed. Or ruined. Silence spread. Slack banged the table. Enough riddles. Who struck him? No one replied. Marple tapped her needles. Then we follow evidence. She pointed to the bureau. The note staged, the bell staged. But the bruise is real. A weapon was used. The mallet is gone. Theo raised a hand. Not me, I swear. Lyle echoed. Nor me, Hester whispered. Nor I. John glared. Then who holds it now? No one answered. Then a sound broke. A faint clink. Metal on wood. A small shape slipped free. It dropped from a reticule. A pair of scissors lay on the floor. The scissors glinted. Slack bent quick. He lifted them up. The blades were thin, the points sharp. Marple leaned forward. Look closer, she said. Slack turned them. A faint smear showed. Wire trace, he muttered. Theo squinted. Yes, copper stain. From holly wire. Marple nodded once. Now the hinge. She tapped the joint. Slack rubbed it. His finger caught black. Marple spoke calm. Silk trace. Same as the thread. The room went still. Hester's breath quickened. She rose half. I used them, she said. Morning work. For repairs. Ribbons. Nothing more. John snapped. Say the truth. Hester shook her head. I said truth. Theo coughed loud. I helped her, he said. With the holly. She cut. I fixed. She was not alone. Slack eyed him. You protect her? Theo flushed. I state fact. Marple's eyes shifted. She watched Forrester. The woman sat tight, hands still, mouth closed. She spoke nothing. Marple pressed. You say nothing? Forrester gave no reply. She stared down. Her silence lingered. Marple tapped her needles. Then we checked timing, she said. She listed each step. Letters found in the morning, scissors used after, wire cut before the game, silk tied before the fall, notes planted before breakfast. Her voice stayed flat. Every act took time. Every time tells who moved where. Slack grunted. List it plain. Marple obeyed. Hester near the bureau. Theo at the lights. Forrester with Reginald. Lyle called twice. John at the door. Dolly by me. The name sat heavy. No one spoke. Reginald stirred. His lips curled. Yet the truth hides. Marple answered. Not for long. Her hand tapped the bureau. Inside still waits. She pulled the drawer wide. A paper slid out. Sealed. Untouched. The third envelope. Its wax bore a name. A beneficiary written clear. The seal cracked open. Slack read the page. His eyes widened. It is not Hester. The room froze. Hester gasped loud. Then who? Marple's eyes narrowed. Read the name. Slack cleared his throat. Mrs. Lydia Forrester. All heads turned. Forrester's face drained. Her lips quivered. No, she whispered. Marple stayed calm. Yes, the beneficiary is you. The paper rustled. Terms lay clear. Secrecy demanded. Obedience required. Letters named her. Every secret pressed. John muttered dark. Those letters would ruin her. Theo nodded. She had cause. More than Hester. Lyle added low. She knew routines best. She moved quiet. She watched all. Marple pointed at the bell sketch. The path was hers. She used the bell line. She signaled in silence. Dolly gasped. All this time, Marple nodded. Yes, she planned cover through the bell. The twist struck then. Theo leaned forward. Wait. If she is named, why did Reginald stage fear? Why? Protect her in drafts? Marple turned slow. Because exposure meant both their ruin. He baited a blackmailer. She struck to stay free. Reginald groaned weak. Lies, he said, but his eyes betrayed him. Hester clenched her fists. So all was for her, not me, not us. John pulled her back. Steady. Slack slammed his notebook shut. I need proof. Marple's eyes swept round. Proof lies near. She carries it. She looked at Forrester's handbag. The woman hugged it close, her knuckles white. She whispered, I have nothing. Slack stepped forward. Hand it here. Forrester shook her head fast. Number. Then I open it, Slack said. He grabbed the bag. He tugged hard. The clasp snapped. The flap fell wide. A small square slipped out. Foil. Crumpled. It hit the floor. The foil glinted. Slack lifted it high. Proof, he said. Forrester shook her head. Number. I can explain. Marple's voice cut calm. Then speak. Forrester drew breath. Her words came slow. It began years ago. The room leaned in. A promise was made. Support promised. It never came. Her hands trembled. I waited. I begged. Nothing. John muttered. So you turned bitter. Forrester's eyes flashed. Number I turned cornered. Debt mounted. His silence made me desperate. Theo asked. Debt to whom? Merchants. Banks. Old favors. All pressed. All due. Lyle added. And he withheld. Yes, she said. He withheld. He taunted. He used my shame as leash. Marple nodded slow. So debt turned leverage. Forrester's voice shook. He forced terms. He demanded obedience. In return, he promised safety, but always shadows. Affairs managed in secret. Nothing clean, nothing free. Hester whispered, "And you feared the letters." Forrester's eyes dropped. Yes, they named me. They exposed me. Every draft pointed my way. Slack barked. "So you struck him." Her head snapped. "I did not mean death, only silence. One blow. Enough to stop exposure." Dolly whispered. "Still you struck first." Marple tapped her needles. Fear moves quicker than anger. She feared exposure, so she acted. Forrester's lips quivered. "I had no choice." John spat. "There is always choice." Silence pressed. Reginald groaned faint. "She tells half." "Not all." Marple turned sharp. "Then finish it." Reginald coughed. "She forgets who placed the first note." The room stiffened. Slack snapped. "Who did?" Reginald's voice fell weak. "Not I. Not her." He slumped back. Marple's eyes glinted. She rose slightly. Her voice cut the air. "Then I ask one question." She looked at them all, her tone sharp. "Who moved the first note?" The truth broke open. Marple spoke first. "Two hands moved here." All faces turned. Sir Reginald staged fear, misses. Forrester staged harm. Slack barked. "Explain." Marple's voice stayed even. "He planted notes. He baited shadows. He rigged the bell." Reginald groaned. "Yes, I staged fear. I wanted them to reveal themselves." Marple pointed at Forrester. "But she staged harm. She took the mallet. She struck first." Forrester shook her head. "Number." "Only one blow." Marple pressed on. Her blow proved real. His trap was only noise. Theo muttered. "Two traps collided." Lyle added, "That is why the bruise is blunt, not fall." Marple nodded. "Yes, the wire told sequence. The foil showed order. The scorch proved recent. The strike came after." John clenched fists. "So he schemed with fear, and she schemed with silence." Dolly whispered. Each thought the other controlled. But both lost. Marple lifted the notes. The words fix intent, threats for exposure, pleas for safety. Both hands guilty in part. Slack slammed his palm. "Enough. One answer. Who stands accused?" Marple looked round. "Both." He planned a stage. She planned a strike. Without her blow, no near death. Without his notes, no panic. Two hands, one scheme. Reginald coughed. "Mine was trick only." Forrester whispered. "Mine was fear only." Marple's reply cut sharp. "Fear, trick, strike. Each bears weight, and one almost died." Hester's voice broke. "Then all this was for nothing." John pulled her close. "Lives wasted," he said. Theo muttered. "Proof lies in the wires." Lyle said, "And proof lies in the bruise." Slack shook his head. "Proof enough for me." He shut his notebook. He rose from his chair. He marched to the door. The others held still. The sound came sudden. A knock. Hard. Final. The latch clicked. The door swung wide. Slack stood tall. His voice struck firm. "Arrest."